With the latest data out from the ASX for June 2021, we can do our financial year in review. We take a look at that in an article we wrote on ETFtracker. We can see that FUM has grown to 113 billion, and that has been led by global equities as well as Australian equities. And you can see how flatlined the other ones are because it's mostly equities in the ETF markets. Net inflows were over 35 billion in terms of the last 12 months. This was led by a couple of ETFs that had transferred over from being closed-ended funds to being open-ended on the ETF exchanges. We can also see that ESG has grown quite strongly to over 4.2 billion. In terms of performance, everything was in the green for June except for commodities, but it was quite a positive year. For the month of June, it was 2.5% in terms of returns. That was led by some leverage plays, and they were the ones that really led the way throughout the year. So followed by Cloud and FANG. We can see that GGUS and LNAS, followed by oil, were the ones that had performed the best over the 12 months in terms of cumulative performance. Across the last 1 month versus 1 year returns, we compare them on the scatter charts. We look at it by ETF, category, as well as theme. Now what we can do as well is explore this data in terms of what is going on ETFtracker itself. So we built this app and you can take a look at it for free. Now when that loads, you can either do it on the page there on ETFtracker or you can expand. Now when you expand, you get taken to a page which has a bit more information there. You start off with a dashboard. If we take a look at the 1 month returns in terms of performance, the whole thing is interactive. So what that means is that you can click on the bar charts, and we just clicked on June there, or we can filter for just 2021. We can see that we've got the 6 months there to June. If we click on each bar, the rest of the page changes. So we can see that LNAS was the best in June, GDX was there in May. At the start of the year, it was different. We can also see some further information as we scroll up and down the page. If we want to see this chart in full, we can click on expand. And if we want to go back to the report, we just click on that button. The other things that we can do here is actually go to other elements of the app. So you see the buttons on the left-hand side representing the menu. We're taking a look at total inflows here. Now, if we want to take a look at inflows for the last 12 months, we have to include all the months back to July 2020. We can simply do that with the filters. And now we can see how that progression has occurred and which were the top performers and what they are compared to their 1 month returns. So total inflows versus 1 month returns. Because it's interactive, you can see as we hover over or as we click, the rest of the page changes. If we right click, we can drill through. You can see some further details here for NASDAQ, so check it out.